All right, so we are now theoretically live. At least I hope we certainly are. Yes, it looks like we are live. Hey, everybody. Hope you are well. So, first, let me get a couple of quick things, housekeeping things out of the way before we get started. I may appear to be a little lower energy than usual this week, and it's not because my brilliant co-host is doing anything wrong or anything like that. It is simply because I've had a little bit of a health issue this week. A couple of you know about it, and first and foremost, I want to throw a big thank you out there. If I don't know if he's here right now, but if he does show up later, anyways, that sees him, Professor Brainy Specs invited me to come on to his Veterans Day show yesterday with History R&R with him and Rambling Canuck, and I just couldn't do it because I've had a nasty migraine for the last couple of weeks, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And when I went to my neurologist, they found that my blood pressure had actually shot through the roof. And ended up, I was at the doctor's most of the day yesterday. They put me on some new medication, but it's still significantly elevated right now. And I'm just doing the best I can with where it's at. But, you know, if you've ever had a nasty migraine that's aggravated by blood pressure, then you know that that's not any fun. But I am still here. I'm not going to, tonight is Star Trek 5 night. So, that will definitely be good for the blood pressure, I'm sure, watching Star Trek 5. But on the bright side, I know that John DeMarco has created some really good categories for tonight.
You're traveling through the desert.
So. And by the way, the professor is here. He says, sorry that you're having migraines.
There's a signpost up ahead.
Quite all right. And thank you, though. I really appreciate the invite, my friend.
But you bite into.
In the meantime, thank you so much, Squidward. I assume it's Squidward because a Squid Game donated $20. Says, hope this helps you feel better. It certainly does help pay for the copay to see the doctors.
Of a billion burning
so thank you so much.
And you've realized.
As we get to hear Bird of Prey narrate that because I got to get rid of that.
To the turd zone.
But thank you. Wow. I do truly appreciate it. And all right, so
$20. Hope this helps you feel
so better. Let's get right into it. We got our contestants lined up for round one. Speaking of Squidward, we got Squidward. Speaking of Bird of Prey 5, we got Bird of Prey 5. And speaking of someone else, we got Mercer. Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
And
Hello.
And so we got a couple of standard categories and a few new categories here. So the only two normal standard returning categories is Thomas's Shelf of Ships and Movie Night with Matthew. But then we got Desert Power, an all new category. I know what it is, but I'm not going to bother.
I can guess.
You'll figure it out as soon as somebody picks one from it. Star Trek acronyms, pretty self-explanatory. It'll be, basically the correct response will be an acronym from Star Trek. Captain Kirk quotes, we're going to give you a quote, and you need to tell us what episode that quote came from. So for example, if I say Spock, then you got to tell me which episode Kirk said that. Of course, that could be just about any episode. But you get the idea.
By the way, Thomas was asking if Matthew is still doing the movie because he posted some weird stuff in Discord.
As far as I know, he is. He has not sent me any message saying that he is not. So,
okay.
If he is not, then that would be news to me, and I will punch him in the face as soon as I'm feeling better. Which, by the way, you see, I even have a big old ice pack on the back of my neck to try and keep the pain as somewhat under control. I keep alternating between ice and heat, and that kind of keeps it somewhat under control. Anyway,
I'll try not to aggravate you too much with seeing Mr. Kyle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're not going to go there today. All right. So, You guys know the rules, and so Squidward, you are first in the shoot today, so go ahead and pick your poison, my friend.
Well, normally I'd go with moving out with Matthew, but I actually missed last week, so I think I'm going to go with Desert Power for 100.
Desert Power for 100. Kyle Oh, man. Okay.
I believe that's Kyle McLaughlin.
Okay, and Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
I think.
Who is Paul Atreides, a.k.a. Muad'Dib.
That is correct. Who is Paul Atreides? Well, I guess you figured out this category already.
I had a inkling.
Oops, and I didn't put your name in here, so let's put...
Dune was awesome.
Oh, God, I can't wait for part 2.
I liked it.
Have they
And I don't
officially
like
announced
his films.
part 2 yet?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they've already got a date for it, and it's only a year and a half away,
Well, that's good.
I think.
Mhm.
So they've already had the wheels turning on this one.
Yeah, they were ready to go.
Good.
The contrary to what a lot of people, the 84 version was always my favorite, but I think this is my new favorite.
I like the 84 better than the Sci-Fi Channel version, but I do like this one better than the 84 version.
I went to see this with my brother during all the hubbub of the family, and it was just a great diversion. We got something else to talk about. It was so good.
Have you ever looked into Jodorowsky's Dune? What he wanted to do with it?
No.
You would nobody. I don't think anybody would have liked it. It was pretty bad.
All right, Bird, your pick.
Let's go with Captain Kirk quotes for 200.
Mankind has no need for gods. We find the one quite adequate.
Pass.
Really?
Uh,
Wow, Bird. All right, Mercer.
What is Who Mourns for Adonis?
Judges?
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
It's technically Adonias, but yes.
Okay, I never knew how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
I had to look it up when I did that journey through Trek on it. I didn't want to
Who
butcher
mourns for adenoids?
it. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Did you ever see Free Enterprise when the girl he's breaking up with says, "You watch that show with the episode Who Mourns for the Martians"? Great movie, by the way. If you've never seen it, Shatner's actually in the movie.
Oh, nice.
All right, Mercer, your pick.
I'll take Captain Kirk quotes for 500.
Ooh, going for the
son of a
Gusco,
bitch.
Now,
Yeah, Bird wanted that.
Come on, Spock. Let's go mine the store.
What is... I know it. Hold on a second.
oh, he's gonna kill us.
What is Journey to Babel?
Ooh, it is not.
Damn,
Journey
I
to
knew this
Babel.
one. I know this one, too, and it's going to...
All right,
me.
your
Thomas
chances.
says, it's almost his way to Eden, for what that's worth.
No, it is not Way to Eden. Nice try there, Thomas.
I know it, too. I'm just gonna... I had to take a guess.
Squidward?
I can't place it.
What is Kirk and Spock go to the store?
Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
Yeah, that
Kirk and
classic
Spock
episode.
go to the store. All right, Bird.
That would be a muck time.
There you go,
Very
Bird.
good.
Good job.
Redeems himself from blowing it on the easy one.
I just love Kirk, man. He's so good. I love this category.
All right, Squidward, your pick.
Desert for 200.
All right.
See if I can dig myself out of a hole.
Patrick Stewart and Josh Brolin.
Who is Gurney Halleck?
That is
Yep.
correct. I have a feeling that this is going to be all Squidward's category. All right, so Bird, try not to embarrass yourself this time.
Captain Kirk for 400.
And
Stephen Mulvey $1. UFP
Left.
president on deck.
Ah, the-
Smile high all. Is there a slot open for round
and
two?
yes, Stephen, there is still slots open for round 2. Thank you for your asking. So, in fact, all 3 slots are currently open for round 2. So, Bird, your answer is: we can admit that we are killers, but we're not going to kill today.
You're not even delivering these lines like they should be delivered.
They don't pay him enough.
We can admit that we're killers, but we're not going to kill today. Pass.
Wow. I actually delivered it close to the way he delivered it, and you're going to...
I think I delivered it closer.
I don't.
I'm not close enough to know the name of the episode.
Yeah.
No. But we're not going to kill.
Okay,
Today.
so it's my turn.
Yeah.
I can get, okay, what is Day of the Dove?
There it is.
No, it
Nope.
is not Day of the
Damn,
Dove.
I know what it is. Damn, I know what it is.
Hey, Squidward.
Not bad.
I'm not gonna dig myself any deeper. I'm just gonna pass.
Wow, you guys.
I meant that one at the freaking first Klingon episode.
It was Taste of Armageddon. Taste
Armageddon.
of
My
Armageddon.
cat knew what it was, and I didn't know what it was.
So disappointing.
That reminds me of a bit from a radio DJ around here. Armageddon.
All right. So, Mercer, your pick.
300 Desert Power.
300 Desert Power. Francisca Annis Rebecca Ferguson.
I don't know her name, so I'm going to pass.
All right. Squidward.
I mean, I know what she looks like.
Mm-hmm. Trying to remember which one this is.
This is Dune.
Yeah, obviously, yes. Yes. Yeah, I gotta pass.
All right, Bird, you going to take a stab at this?
I'm going to pass all Dune-related categories. Just auto pass.
I'm gonna kick myself on this. Lady Jessica.
Lady Jessica, yes, indeed.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys
Squid, it's your turn.
Let's go desert for 400.
Kenneth McMillan and Stellan Skarsgård. Now, come on.
Who is the Baron Harkonnen?
Judges?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
All right. You had it down as Vladimir Harkonnen, so I just want to make
Well, just for
Dude,
completion,
I had-
Mhm.
I had that action figure as a kid of the original version. I had the action figure.
Wait, they
I
had an
never saw
action
the movie.
figure?
Yeah, they made it this big fat guy that floats, and I'm like, what the hell is up with that? they made action figures for the original Dune.
I just remember,
Wow.
bring me the floating fat man. I remember that line. All right, so there you go. Bird.
Kirk for 300.
The unfortunate accident he had as a child, he caught his head in a mechanical rice picker. Come on, it's racist, so you got to...
Oh my God. What is City on the Edge of Forever?
Yes, of course, Bird gets the racist quote.
Well, of course.
Of course. All right,
My
Mercer.
friend is clearly Chinese.
All right, I will go with Star Trek acronyms for 400.
All the way up to 400 to start the category. All right.
What is United Earth Space Probe Agency?
Very good. Yes, but of course
Ah.
it's funny because that stupid United Earth Space Probe has been coming up so often in conversation
Yeah.
lately.
Mm,
It was used like once in the entire show.
They're all about probing.
I wonder who came up with that an acronym. Probably Roddenberry.
maybe.
Would you say that that's a probing question?
No, I would not.
No. Okay.
But I would say it's your turn, Squidward.
Desert for 5.
Everett McGill and Javier Bardem.
Who is Duke Leto Atreides?
Nope.
No.
Afraid not.
Oh,
And Bird auto passes, so Mercer.
Okay, I will take Well, no, it's Joe. I don't know his name, so I'm gonna pass.
It would be Stilgar.
That's. I got the actors mixed up. That's the problem.
Yeah. All right, so that means it is now Bird's pick.
Do acronyms for 500.
You guys are crazy. Visor.
That was an acronym?
Sure was.
I remember hearing about it. I don't remember what it was. Though.
Pass.
I'm gonna pass too, although I could probably piece it together pretty easily.
All right, Squidward, your chance for an easy 500.
I can get to the S. Pretty sure.
Let me think.
I'll give you a hint. The V is for visual.
Yeah, I couldn't have figured that out.
Yeah.
Visual.
I thought it was for very.
Visual. Input. Visual input system and optical relay.
That's a good question. I don't know what it is.
So,
All these are good, John.
No, thank you.
So
Remember, it says
Squidward
it feeds or
threw.
interrupts
It's probably
some other
not
rock.
quantum. I didn't go
I want
quantum.
to buy you a drink.
That would be the visual instrument and sensory organ replacement.
Replacement. Okay.
It's actually a woman's hair band. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, in the early season.
All
Oh,
right.
really? Did they change
Eventually-
it?
Yeah, they
eventually
changed it
did
like in
back.
season 3 or 4, I think. If you look, it basically looks pretty much the same, but they changed the prop
It's less. Yeah. It's.
so that it fits on his ears better. Anyway, so I believe that was Bird's pick. So Mercer, your pick.
Okay, my pick. I will pick. I might as well go with Captain Kirk for 100.
Might as well. In every revolution, there's one man with a vision, which, by the way, is the beginning of a song by Information Society.
What is Mirror Mirror?
Yes, indeed. Mirror, mirror.
What a great episode. I mean, like, even if, like, what the great thing about the original series is that even if you hate it, you can't deny that at least 1/3 of the entire series is masterpiece. And just great.
Oh, you
episodes.
can. There are plenty of people that say
There's
that.
people who will deny
Like,
that.
Yeah.
The way I see
Cinnabon
it,
thinks
one-third-
the
one-third are
entire
great.
original series sucks.
1/3 is good,
I mean,
and 1/3 is bad.
You're not wrong.
That's what
The
it is.
entire original series does suck. So.
See, look.
Huh?
you're thinking about Discovery,
Squidward
not
thinks that
TOS.
the original series sucks. Because Squidward is a jerk.
No. That's my opinion. Your opinion is different, and you're welcome to it.
And you're wrong. You see
Listen,
how that works?
everybody's entitled to be wrong if they disagree with me. It's just,
Uh-huh.
if you agree with me, you're not. But all right, let's start on Thomas the Tank.
All right. This you should not get because, anyway.
Oh, there's a clue at the bottom, but it's not showing up for some reason.
No, too bad.
Because I guess I made the picture too big.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Oh, it looks like I could.
If you scroll down, I guess you can see it.
No, I can't.
Matt Decker was a casualty who was lost during an encounter with this enormous vessel.
I recognize it vaguely, but
See,
I'm gonna have to
and
pass.
if you weren't mouthing off, this would be. You see, this is your problem. All right, so Bird, I know you know this one, Bird,
How does it get to me?
because Squidward picked this one.
Well, it's the Doomsday Machine.
Yes.
What is the Doomsday Machine?
Yes, indeed.
How do you not know the Doomsday Machine?
In fact,
I
because
don't know TOS.
I'm going to give Bird double
Why are you in
points
this
because
game if you don't know TOS.
I'm going to give Bird the double points because, yeah, how do you not know the Doomsday Machine, Squidward?
Andy Trucker has his own Doomsday Machine. He
Yeah, I
showed
got
it
the
off.
Doomsday Machine
You know,
right over there. On my
It looks like
It
one
looks-
of those corn chips.
I was gonna
It's
say it looks like a bugle to me.
It's an ice cream
Yeah.
cone.
Looks like somebody painted a bugle.
It's actually a windsock, an airport windsock that's dipped in concrete. That's what they actually made it in.
Did you ever see the movie
and
Airplane?
this is the level of props
They
on your
say-
favorite show. I mean,
Did you ever see the movie
Oh, doesn't
Airplane when the
exist.
guy holds up a microphone and it's actually an ice cream cone?
So, that was the easiest, but the easiest one I could find, and then it gets harder from there.
uh-huh. Okay, I might want to avoid that then.
Yeah. All right, Bird, your
it's your
pick.
turn. The only weird thing about the way your format is that if the first person passes, the next person gets to steal, but then he also goes next, which is a weird thing about the format of the game as a whole. Yeah, and I don't know if that's
Well, but you only get half points if you steal too. So.
Yeah.
right. But I'm saying it's like
No,
in
right.
some ways the person that gets to steal basically goes twice in a row.
True. But
Yeah.
that's why you don't want to pass if you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something I
Acronym.
don't. It's just something I don't really like. I think the two people should like roll the dice to see who goes next, who gets to steal.
Well,
And it's a casual game anyway.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm just pointing it out because I'm an
All right,
idiot.
Bird.
Acronyms for 300.
all right. Didn't. Trying to read that.
It's pronounced ODN.
Indeed, it is.
Acronym.
So technically, this is an initialism, not an acronym.
Yeah. If it's pronounced ODN, yeah, it's not an acronym.
Well, then I'm gonna pass.
Okay. So, Mercer,
What is Optical Data Network?
that is correct.
I'm glad because I was gonna say Uptronic.
You went a little too quantum there.
All right, Mercer, your pick.
I'll take Thomas for 400.
All right.
Oof. Go straight to
Thomas
4.
for 400.
Captain Picard was
much.
excited to discover one of these ancient ships until it became clear that the Enterprise was also snared in a booby trap.
A Palmarian. What is a Palmarian warship?
Judges?
Yeah.
And then the actual name's a little bit different from that. So, sorry. Unless you want to try to restate it.
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to lose the points. It's okay.
All right,
Here's my
so
guess.
close. Squidward.
I
I
almost
love
want to
that
guess
episode.
at this just because. Was it Palmarian battleship?
Judges?
It's the first part that he was a little bit off on. So,
Ah, okay.
No, sorry.
It was worth a try.
and
I was trying to wing it with that one. But no.
and Bird.
I should have just kind of mumbled it.
What's a warship?
There you go. You know what? Give him half points.
I think we should all get half points for that.
There we go. Yeah, come on. No.
So I'll take that as a pass, Bird.
Yes.
All right. How is it properly pronounced, John?
it is a Promelian battlecruiser.
There you go.
Bromelian.
So it's all right. Judges.
know-
I actually love the music in that episode.
If we're being extra forgiving, you could skew that pronunciation to what you said,
yeah, if we were being extra forgiving, but we're not.
but we're not. Okay, fair enough.
Well, it is at a 400. That's supposed to be pretty hard.
Yeah.
True. That's
If it was
fair.
a $100 question, then I might get, say,
Who
John.
misses a $100 question?
Can you give me a drink at least?
All right, so where were we? That was
That was Mercer's.
That was Mercer. So your turn, Squidward.
Let's go with acronyms for one.
Come on now. Oh wait, you don't. You think the original series sucks?
That's going to be a problem.
IDIC.
Yeah.
I want to buzz in on this one, but Bird has to go before me.
Too bad the
Not
original
fair.
series sucks so bad, huh, Squidward?
Just think of stupid things Spock would say.
Oh, infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
There you go.
You're right. That is a stupid thing.
Yeah. I actually, it actually is. Yeah. It was in the
You gotta
memory
put it in
banks.
the form of a question.
Yeah.
Well, the gunman thinks better.
He didn't have his mulligan yet anyway, so
yeah.
he's good.
There you go.
I don't include the Kurogans.
Yeah, Kurogans don't really count in that, but you know, we'll let it slide this time. Hey, Bird, your pick.
Bird of Predator is up next.
Acronyms for 2.
Pad.
Oh, man. God damn it.
No, that's pretty much not there.
Pass.
Okay.
Pass.
Mercer
Pass.
and Squidward.
Oh, I know what it is.
Had.
I should have passed. Can I guess what it is, even though I don't get the
I think I
points?
know this one. Personal access display device.
That's
That
what I was
is
gonna
guess.
correct.
That's what I was going to guess after I passed.
I kept thinking portable, and it wasn't working. Personal. It's not personal. Anybody can read
He's
it.
business.
They're give it
It's not
pass them to
personal,
each
it's
other all the
business.
time. Your cell phone is personal. You keep it with you. I don't think they understand what personal means.
All right, Bird. All right, Mercer, your pick.
I'll take the shelf for 500.
The episode featuring this ship co-starred both Jeffrey Combs and J.G. Hertzler.
That narrows it down.
Yeah.
What is Tuscante? I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but that's what I'm guessing. What is
Judges?
Tuscante?
Well, I'll give you if you can tell me what the purpose of the ship was.
It was a gladiatory arena where 7 would fight people.
I think that's good.
All right.
It's just hard to pronounce it
Right.
because it's got a tricky.
Sunkatse, I believe.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never. I just know what it looks like when I see it.
Should have just said the ship with the rock on it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
The Rock. It was his first role,
That was funny, yeah. Yeah, The Rock.
and he's now the.
This
biggest
is where
movie
you
star on the
couldn't-
planet.
You could smell what he was cooking on
Yeah,
this ship.
and the thing is, he's now the biggest movie star on the planet. Now, when he debuted in that episode, I thought that wasn't going to go anywhere, but I guess it did.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, Squidward.
Thomas the Tank for 200.
Will Decker was a casualty who was lost during an encounter with this enormous vessel.
Wasn't that for the first one?
No, that was
Yeah.
Matt Decker.
Oh. Will Decker.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Will Decker was Matt
Well,
Decker's
I'll tell you
son.
what it looks like, but you won't like that answer.
You can say that if you want. You're already in last place, so you know.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
I could give you a funny answer, but
Bird.
I mean, that doesn't look anything like it's supposed to. Just so we're all clear.
What are you talking about? It looks right.
It's V'ger,
Yes, it is.
but it doesn't look like V'ger to me.
Well, then you obviously never saw the director's cut.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty
I
accurate. based on
almost
the director's
answered
cut.
that for the first one, but I was like, that's not.
Yeah, that looks just like V'ger if you've seen the director's cut. And actually, even if you look at the theatrical cut, you just have to imagine, because in the theatrical cut, you never see V'ger all at once.
Yeah, so on top of V'ger being a vagina reference, it looks like a giant dildo, is what you're saying.
No.
No?
We got to keep this G-rated, or at least
Oh,
PG-rated, for the families
I'm
watching.
saying that's... How do you... First of all, that doesn't even make sense, but...
Listen, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
You are a
Wow.
sick man. All right,
Did you ever see that movie Skin Deep, where they had a lightsaber fight?
I don't want to know.
Did you ever see that movie?
No, and I don't want to know where you're going with
Glow
that.
in the dark. Glow in the dark.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know, Mercer.
I think it might be time to move on.
Yeah, we're done with that conversation. All right, and let's see. Whose pick was that?
That was Squids.
All right, so Bird, your pick.
I guess we'll finish off Thomas's ship.
All right. This was home to the sentient dinosaurs in the Delta Quadrant.
This ship?
Yes.
I have no idea what they called their ship.
Really? You know,
I
because
don't
you
even
guys
remember
talk
what the
about it
name
all
of
the
the-
time during live streams.
I don't even remember what the name of their species was.
Well, I might give it to you if you could tell me the species. I need that at least.
Pass.
Wow. Okay, Mercer.
Can I give it the name of the episode? Because I know the name of the episode.
I don't care, but
Leave
you,
names.
What is distant origin? But that's
that's
just
not
the name of the
that's not
episode.
helping.
I at least need the name of the species.
Then I'll have to pass.
Squidward.
Was it Saurian ship?
No.
Saurian
No.
brandy?
Sorry,
No,
no,
they
not
didn't
you're
have
right.
Saurian.
Yeah, sorry.
They didn't have Saurian brandy in the Delta Quadrant.
Wow, I can't believe how many times do you guys mention this in chat in the live streams? The Voth.
Both.
Yeah, I would not have got. I just know the episode. That's all I know.
Wow.
And I'm
Wow.
a pretty geeky guy.
All right. Well,
Am I the geekiest guy on your channel, Mike?
obviously
Mike,
not,
what-
since you
what
don't know
was
who
the
the
answer?
Voth are. It was the Voth City ship. That's the name of the ship.
Voth. Okay.
Voth. Yes.
All right. So,
I think Thomas knows though.
yeah. So Mercer, your pick, and there's only one category, so just give me an amount.
I will go for 400.
All right. The slingshot effect was discovered accidentally after an encounter with a black star, but the maneuver was later used on purpose in Star Trek IV as well as this other episode.
What is Assignment Earth?
That's right.
That is, yes, that is correct. Sorry, I had to find the right spot on my little cheat sheet there. Yes, indeed. And Mercer pulls definitively out front. All right, Squidward. And it's all it's original series,
leave-
so you're gonna
Yeah,
suck.
I won't try to take away the big number from Bird, so he has more of a chance to catch up. So let's go with 100.
Matthew watched this episode before the main feature on November 6th.
What is Spock's brain?
Bird?
On November 6th.
Yeah.
Last week, by the
last
way.
Friday. And based
Exactly
on the other
7 days
question,
ago.
it was the one that was not Assignment Earth that had the slingshot effect in it.
I do the
Oh,
slingshot
shit.
effect every day. Whenever I want to go back in time, Mike, that's what I do. I just go the slingshot effect. I go warp 10 toward the sun. It happens. It works.
I use the slingshot effect to put my underwear in the hamper.
What is tomorrow is yesterday?
Very good. Yes, indeed.
Just a reminder, by the way, no
confused.
correct answers in the chat, please.
I'm not looking at the chat.
And with
Just
that,
somebody mentioned it.
all right, and Bird, it is your pick.
500.
All right. The Enterprise's computer had been recently programmed to have a personality during a repair visit to this female-dominated planet.
What the hell does that happen?
In tomorrow's yesterday.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought this was a movie night.
Well,
God
why is
damn it, I
that
thought
a movie
this was going to be a Star Trek 4 question.
No. Well, I'm not going to say it.
I got to pass.
Pass.
And I know Squidward doesn't know this one.
Who are the
The
Fembodians?
fembots? Yeah, right.
Femputer. What is the Femputer?
All right.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember
Roman
Kirk
numerals
mentioning
and
it,
all.
but I don't remember the planet.
Yeah. Signet 14.
I can't wait to visit when I get older.
Yeah, you know, that's a planet that I really am curious about because it's a planet dominated by women, according to Spock, and yet they give it a submissive, hypersexualized feminine demeanor. I'm like,
Clearly, that's the planet that
Maybe they're submissive,
TNG went
hypersexualized
to.
women.
yeah, but that's just
And
kind of weird.
Riker had to wear the weird clothing.
Yeah, that must be where Riker ended up. All right, so Mercer, your pick.
300 movie night with Matthew.
Christopher's son Sean would go on to be remembered in history for his part in this accomplishment.
Pass.
Squidward.
What is Killing Zombies and Shaun of the Dead?
Bird.
Oh, Mars? What is landing on Mars?
No.
Afraid not.
It was first manned Saturn probe.
So Saturn instead of Mars.
First
You're
Saturn?
laughing at me.
Yes,
to the
Saturn
key.
instead of
They're
Mars.
fucking, they're almost next door to each other.
And probe instead of landing.
You know,
A manned probe is going to land.
You'd have a hard time landing on Saturn.
Saturn is a gaseous planet.
They're going to land on the moon and look at
I mean,
the
you
planet.
could reach
All right,
a
Squidward.
certain layer.
Pilot John Christopher was beamed onto the Enterprise as his plane was being crushed by this.
What is the thighs of the people that the snoo snoo chicks? No.
Bird?
What is the tractor beam?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so...
By the way, Thomas wants me to inform you that he's going to let your wife know that you want to go to that planet.
Hey, what about the final Jeopardy question?
I don't have a final Jeopardy question.
There's no Final Jeopardy.
Brought to you by Doritos. No.
You look like you're in a Wayne's World. Remember that scene in Wayne's World where they do the product placement? He's like,
Did I get my
I will not
points?
bow to any sponsor.
Yes, Bird, you get your points. All 1,500
By
of them.
Monster Energy.
Congratulations.
Little, get a little
Bird,
different
you got
better.
1,500 points. Mercer, 2,200. Good job, Mercer. Squidward, negative 4,900. Because,
Woohoo! I win, right? Because I got the lowest score?
Is
Like
the
golf?
next board all Orville questions?
No?
No.
you know, one day,
Oh.
Mercer, we're going to do an entire Orville night, but it will be on a night when you are not around.
Darn.
I saw Orville Nation in another live stream the other day. That was funny.
And so thank you guys.
Civil Law, I think it was.
So
I just wanted to drop an offer to John. John, if you ever want to play one night, I would do a round of boards.
I appreciate
I'll
that.
put the offer out there. If you ever feel like you want to compete,
John-
let me know.
If you need
Oh,
help
thank
thinking
you.
of, if you
Around
need help
the
thinking of
boards.
questions, if you need help thinking of questions, let me know.
Keep that in mind. Thanks.
Around a
Just
board.
offering. You probably
So
won't
we're
get
all
hit by
agreed. We're all agreed that I
Track
won,
question.
and so we're good with that, right?
Yeah,
so I'm going
Oops.
to leave since I clearly didn't win.
Sorry about that,
Tough luck.
Squidward. I don't know what happened as I kicked you off the stream. So, and Steven, hey, buddy. And hey, guys, we still have Mercer. I still have him up here in case we don't get another person up here. So we have slots for 2 more competitors. If we get at least,
Hey, Steven.
we need at least one more. And then if Mercer wants to continue to play, but if we don't get another, 2 more. Gosh, I cannot speak today. We should have 2 more, and then we'll have a fresh board with Steven and 2 other competitors, or we'll have 1 more, and Mercer will continue as defending champion. But what I'm trying to say is get your butt up here into the backstage if you want to compete in round 2 while I get the
We'll just
board
have John
reset.
play with us.
Well, I think John
That's not entirely fair.
yeah, I do think John would have a slight unfair edge there.
Sorry, guys.
By the way, Vile Mike
well,
said he'll be here in a minute.
Imagine if I won going against John, who came up with the questions.
Who's that? What was that, John?
And Vile Mike said he could be up in a minute.
Okay, good. Well, in that case, Mercer, and that we're gonna have 3. So you are out of here, buddy. Because
No!
so
There's only 2 people here, me and Steve.
yes, but Gorilla is in the back, just popped into the backstage, and if we have Vile Mike coming in, then that gives us 3.
All right.
So, hey,
See you
come on, we
later.
want to give as many people as possible in here.
No, that's cool. I'm not complaining. I'm just gonna miss you guys.
I know. All right, buddy. We'll see you later.
Have a good
Later.
one.
See you later.
All right. So
Can I be in the back at least?
if you want? All right, and let's see. And round 2. And start. And here, I'll bump you. We'll do that. And we'll bring Gorilla up. And then we'll wait a minute here for Vile Mike.
Well, if you got another person that Mercer wants to play, you can play for me.
Wait a minute here. Well, now you.
If you got another person that Mercer wants to play, you can play for me.
Fine. If you don't want to play, do you not want to play?
Well, you said you need another person. That's why.
Right. We want it. Well, we want to keep the variety going. We don't want the same people playing every game because that's not as fun. We want to have as many different people playing as possible.
All right. Okay. Just
Well,
give me a minute, then I'll be right back.
All right. Well, we'll see. If you don't get back before Vile Mike gets here, then that'll be the deciding factor. But we'll see. So, Vile Mike, waiting on you, buddy.
While we're waiting, how you doing, Salty and John? How are you guys doing?
Hanging in there.
Doing fine, thanks.
That's good.
Oh, now we got Indy Tiger here, too.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hello.
How you doing?
We'll remove him for now while we're waiting to see.
Yeah, Thomas wants Laura to play for some reason.
Well, Laura's not around.
Yeah.
I would love to have Laura come on, but Laura would lose like pretty harshly, I think.
I'm really, really surprised that nobody knew Doomsday. Well, that's good. I know he doesn't like the original series, but I was really shocked he didn't like Doomsday.
Yeah, I thought that one would be anybody could get that basically.
Oh, the
but
Doomsday
it's not.
Machine? Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a little surprised by that one.
The ice cream cone of death.
Yep.
Well,
Hey, by the way, Salty Trevor,
yes, sir.
every Star Trek starship has rocks in it just for the explosions.
Well, I always try to figure that out. Why is it that they pack those bridge consoles with rocks? And it never did make much sense to me.
Yeah.
I do think that, sometimes I'm wondering, like, do they do that on purpose? Is that really the way they're designed?
That's how you advance in rank. The guy next to you dies, and then you get his position.
In the mirror universe, you kill your superior officer. In the Prime universe, you just wait for the rocks to do it.
Exactly.
That must be it.
Nope, looks like we got an amber alert going here. Sorry about that.
Is that like an earthquake alarm?
No, it's what's called an amber alert. Basically, usually means that there's like an abduction or something like that in the area. Like a child goes missing or something like that.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Well, it's actually a cool system. Like if you're driving around, they'll put out a picture of the vehicle or whatever, if they know what kind of vehicle that the person was last seen in, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they'll have the driver. They'll have the license plate.
Yeah. But if you're sitting in your house, then obviously Amber Alerts don't do you a whole lot of good.
No.
All right. So it looks like Gorilla, looks like Vile Mike made it here. All right. So we have Steven, Indie Tiger, and Vile Mike here for round 2. And who's backing up?
Sorry, that's me. Or at least that's someone near me.
Don't let them back up into you.
Actually, it's a fire truck.
Well, definitely don't let them back up into you.
There could be worse. There could be alarm. There could
Lex
be
Luthor
sirens and everything.
$1. You were great in
I
your
like
day,
your background,
Superman.
Bob.
But it just stands to reason when it came time to
Thank
cash
you.
in your chips, this old, diseased maniac would be your banker.
And Lex Luthor, thank you for the $1. And says, you were great in your day, Superman, but it just stands to reason when you came time to cash in your check, this old diseased maniac would be your banker. Was that a line from Superman?
I don't know.
Not any Superman I know of.
I don't know. That sounds like something Lex would say, though. All right, let's get back to it, though. All right, so I don't know if you saw round 1 there, Vile, but the categories are exactly the same. And so let's get right to it. Steven, you were first in the house, so you get first pick here. What's name your poison?
Acronyms for 100, please.
IKS.
Okay, so that's Imperial Klingon ship.
That is correct, sir. At first, I had to think for a second. Yes, Imperial Klingon ship.
Thanks.
And you are on the board. All right, Indy. Your pick, my friend.
Kirk quotes for 100.
All right. Not chess, Mr. Spock. Poker. Do you know the game?
That would be, what is the episode Corbomite maneuver?
Correct, sir. What is the Corbomite maneuver? And you would think, now, Spock acts like, wow, this poker sounds interesting, but then in the Doomsday Machine, he's like, Vulcans never bluff. And it's like, okay, either you've heard of poker or you haven't. Come on. All right, so...
Well, the Doomsday Machine was after that.
Yeah, that's... Okay, fine. Get all... All right, Vile. Your pick, buddy.
Let's go with acronyms or initialisms, depending on how John actually does it this time.
For how much?
Let's just do 2.
All right. FCA. Or...
What is the, I believe, Ferengi Commerce Authority?
That is correct. The Ferengi Commerce Authority. And yes, that would be another initialism. So, John.
Sorry.
Slacking, buddy. All right, so back to Steven.
I'm going to go acronyms for 300, please.
All right. EPS.
Electro-Plasma system?
In fact,
Sure.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it is.
That is correct.
Dang it. I actually knew that one, too.
That's a good one.
I did not know that one. I was like, I mean, how many times have we heard EPS conduits, but yeah. There we go. Indy, your pick.
Kirk quotes for 2.
Alrighty. Why me? I look around at the bridge and I see the men waiting for me to make the next move. And Bones, what if I'm wrong?
What is Balance of Terror?
Yes, indeed. And one of the best moments in all of Trek right there.
I knew that one as well.
Alrighty. All right, Vile, your pick.
Let's continue with initialisms for 400.
LCARS. This one's an acronym.
It's easy.
What? I believe since I'm using a version of LCARS, I should know this. What is Library Computer Archive Retrieval System?
Close, but you're just a little bit off.
Sorry. And so that goes to Steven.
Library Computer Access and Retrieval System.
That is
That's the one.
correct. Library Computer Access and Retrieval Systems.
One of my
Well, the
favorite
one on the
books-
USS Vile is Archival and Retrieval System.
Well, this is not the USS Vile. I'm sorry, my friend.
One of my favorite books was the Next Generation Technical Manual. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. If that's
Very
your
nice.
favorite book, that's be a tough
You're in the
one.
right place.
All right, and it's your pick, Steven.
Well, 500 is tricky, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. Acronyms for 500.
All right. GNDN, my personal favorite.
Now I might have to eat my words. I was doing so well. Guided never. I can't pass, can I?
You can
If
pass.
you want.
Well, yeah, because I'm up 1,200. So sorry, I'll pass.
All
I was
right.
doing so well, but
Indeed. Do you know what GNDN does?
I most certainly do.
Yes.
What is goes nowhere, does nothing?
That is
you go.
correct. Goes
Dang it, I
nowhere,
knew that
does
one
nothing.
too.
Yeah, I love that one. That is absolutely my favorite acronym in Trek.
which episode is that from?
That's actually on TOS. If you'll find it on many of the pipes,
Yes.
Okay.
and that's an inside joke that many of the pipes you'll see labeled GNDN.
Okay.
Because they literally, once they leave the set, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And so let's see. That means that we are now to you, Indy.
Kirk quotes for 300.
All right. Risk is our business. That's what this starship is all about. That's why we're aboard her.
What is the episode with the with Sargon and Hanok? What
Yeah,
is
that's it.
what is Return to Tomorrow?
There you go.
Very good.
There's that look on his face. All right, so Vile, you got some catching up to do, buddy.
All right, so let's see if I can catch up a little bit. Let's do Thomas's ships for 500.
Ooh, going for the big money.
Ooh.
The race that operated this type of vessel would definitely agree that Vulcans are jerks, and they wouldn't be particularly fond of Betazoids either.
I know the episode. I can't remember the race. What is the planet of the He-Man telepath haters?
Yes, that's exactly right, Vile. Steven.
I'm gonna have to pass there. I don't know, but I like Vile's guess. It was fun.
So, you got any ideas, Lindy?
No, I don't, but I am going to say, so He-Man,
So, He-Man.
Skeletor, a gem
I was doing-
ahead.
Thomas is volunteering to answer.
What does Thomas
I
think
was
it is?
actually trying to reference the Little Rascals, but okay.
I have no idea.
What is Thomas thinking? As I can't see the chat.
He just keeps saying, "Pick me."
Sure.
What do you think, Tom?
He
Yeah.
picked you, Thomas. Go ahead.
So does Thomas have the answer? Oh, of course he does. This is his ship.
I hope so.
Yeah. So how do you pronounce that?
Devore.
Yeah,
Devore.
the Devore warship.
Which episode is that from?
The episode is Counterpoint.
Yeah. So
Where Janeway falls in love with a guy and they kind of do a little tete-a-tete type thing.
Oh, yeah.
all right. So your pick, Stephen.
Could you explain what the desert power category is?
It's a category that we ask, we give you the answer, and then you give us a question.
It's about Dune, by the way.
Oh, you see, you were supposed to. Yeah, it's basically we'll give you the actors that played a character from both the 1984 and the 2021 versions of Dune, and then you name the character.
Oh, I don't know enough.
Yeah, so if you don't know Dune, don't pick it.
No, I'm gonna pick Movie Night with Matthew for 100.
Alrighty. This was the film that Matthew watched on November 6th. November 6th was last week. Just so you know, tonight we're watching Star Trek 5.
So last week I'm going to guess Star Trek. What is Star Trek 4? The Voyage?
That is correct.
That's a very easy question.
Yes, that's why it's the $100 question.
Yep.
All right, so Indy, your pick.
Kirk quotes for 400.
All right. Her life could have been as rich as any woman's, if only.
What is
If
Turnabout
only.
Intruder?
I wish I'd picked this.
Yes, indeed. Turnabout
I should have
intruder.
more faith in myself. I knew the answer to that.
We should all have more faith in you.
All right, Vile, you're digging a hole, buddy.
Well, hand me that shovel, baby. Let's do Thomas's ships for 400.
You might have to hunt through your memory in order to recall this ship.
Well, I can't remember exactly which one it is, but it's a Harogen attack ship, but they might have had a different actual name at the time.
I think that's close enough.
All right. Yeah, it's just Harogen warship was what it was called, so good enough for government work according to the judges.
All right.
And you're back into positive territory. All right, so Stephen, your pick.
Ships for 100, please.
All righty. Voyager survived a run-in with one of these vessels despite its heavier armor.
So, do I need the exact model, or do I just need the general name?
Yeah, like what type of ship is it?
Okay. So, it's a Borg. What is a Borg tactical cube?
That is correct, sir. The Borg Tactical Cube.
Yeah.
This is the ship that the Borg whip out when they actually want to fight.
Yeah.
All right, so Indy, your pick.
Kirk quotes for 5.
All right. What is a man but that lofty spirit, that sense of enterprise, that devotion to something that cannot be sensed, cannot be realized, but only dreamed, the highest reality?
What is Mud the First?
I am sorry, sir. That is incorrect.
If it can only be dreamed, how can it be?
You have the right idea, but that's not the name of the episode.
Yes.
Well, shoot.
Vile Mike, your chance to steal. What is the name of that
I'm going to take a
episode?
guess based on what Indy said, and I'm going to say I Mud.
That is correct, sir.
Yes.
I mud. Not...
But I will fully admit I would not have got that without you, Indy, so thank you.
Good steal, Lyle.
You got a little too worked up in the moment there, Indy.
I did.
All right, so Vile, your pick.
Let's continue with the ships for 300.
All righty. There is some unusual lore involved with this vessel.
Okay. I don't know what they, again, call it in the episode, but in Apocrypha, it was a Borg mine layer ship, but it was also the ship used by Lore's faction in the episode that I can't remember the name of.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to say the Renegade Borg ship.
That's a good guess.
That is a very good guess because it is the Borg Renegade ship. So good job there. All right, so now we are back to Steven, your pick.
I'm going to go with ships for 200, please.
This craft was so powerful it could mess up your entire year.
Oh, what is the I don't know the exact name. I'm just going to say, what is the Chronoton ship from the Year of Hell episode?
Well, right episode.
Can you tell us the name of the species by any chance?
No, sorry.
I can.
Yeah, I feel silly for not knowing it, but I'm going to... you can deduct my points because I already sort of guessed. So, sorry.
That's okay, Sue. So, Indy, you got a stab at this one?
Yeah, I think it's what is the Krenum time ship?
Judges?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So, yes, the action is the Krenum Temporal Weapon Ship is the official designation there, yes.
Yeah, I was getting mixed up with the species in the...
In all honesty, I would have said the same thing as Indy, so...
Yeah. All right, so speaking of Indy, it's now Indy's pick.
Movie night for 200.
Dr. McCoy thought of this name for the crew's captured bird of prey.
What is the bounty?
Sorry?
What is the bounty?
Judges?
Yep.
Okay. What is
he
the
didn't say HMS, though.
Well, that's why I go to the judges, Vile.
Quicker picker upper. Come on.
No.
If the judges say okay, then it's out of my hands. All right, Vile, your pick.
Let's go same category for 3.
All righty. Before being released back into the ocean, George and Gracie were residents of this facility.
I don't know, so I'm going to screw it and take a guess and just say the San Francisco Oceanographic Institute.
That would be incorrect. Stephen.
Sorry.
Indy.
What is the Sausalito Aquarium?
No. It was...
Can I have another guess for no points? Oh, dang it.
It was the Cetacean Institute.
I was going to say SeaWorld.
Well, that would have been just as wrong. So, however, it was in Sausalito. All right, so that's...
Steven's turn.
That's, yes, Steven, your pick.
Don't know how well I'll do, but I'm going to go movie night 400.
The aircraft carrier for USS Enterprise was at sea during filming, so this other ship filled the role for the nuclear vessel in this movie.
Oh, no. Wouldn't have a clue. No, pass, sorry.
All right. Indy.
I'm just going to take a stab at it and say, what is the Yorktown?
No.
Be real good if it was the Yorktown for trick history.
Vile.
I'm going to go ahead and pass, but can I give an answer for no points?
Sure, what's that?
Just because I think it was this. Was it the George Washington?
It was not.
No.
Okay.
It was the USS Ranger, which, by the way, is a non-nuclear carrier because civilians, in particular film crews, were not allowed on nuclear vessels.
You were going to say West.
I started to say Wessels, yes, because of. But yes, the film crews couldn't get on nuclear vessels anyway. But the Enterprise was also not available anyway for exterior shots. All right, Indy, your pick.
Movie night for 5.
The role that ultimately became Gillian Taylor was originally written for this actor.
Let's see, 1980s. Who? I'm just gonna guess. Who was? I don't know. Lauren Tweez.
Who?
Nobody. Nobody you would have to know.
No. Wow, you had such a commanding lead, Indy, and now you're going to pull defeat from the jaws of victory here. All right, Vile, you're...
Let's see. I think it was pass.
Steven?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
I talked about this at length, too. It was Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was originally going to be playing that part, and he didn't like the part, so they retooled the character to be a girl and a love interest, and became Gillian.
Wow.
I'm really glad they didn't go with Eddie Murphy.
But yeah, it was originally going to be a comic relief kind of part.
Oh, thank God that didn't happen, in my opinion.
So, all right. So we are down to just Desert Power. So yeah, this ought to be fun since none of you guys seem to know anything about Dune, apparently.
Yeah, especially the character names, because I haven't seen any. I have not seen the new one, and I have not seen anything since the sci-fi one.
Great.
So let's just go right in the middle and go 300.
Oh boy, this will be great. Sean Young and Zendaya.
Yeah, no clue, so I'm just going to have to pass.
All right, Steven?
No clue.
Andy?
See, it's Paul Atreides' love interest. I pass.
It was Chani. Or however you say your name.
Yeah, I think there might be a lot of passes in this category.
Yes, I have a feeling there will be. All right, Steven.
100, please.
Richard Jordan and Jason Momoa.
No idea.
And Indy?
I pass.
And Vile?
What is insert joke answer here, but actually pass?
So, Duncan.
Oh, I should have known that one. I actually should have known that one.
All right, Indy.
Yeah, there's some guesses for Aquaman in the chat as well.
Yeah. 200?
Yeah.
Jurgen, however you say that, and Oscar Isaac.
Pass.
Vile? One correct answer from any of you is going to end up winning this game.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah. I'm going to kick myself because I know I read about who Oscar Isaac was playing, and I cannot remember for the life of me, so I'm just going to have to pass.
Steven?
No idea.
Duke Leto Atreides. Vile.
I should read Dune.
I've read Dune, but it's been like 20 years.
Yeah,
And it's a big friggin' book with like 300 characters.
Yeah,
What I was gonna ask.
yeah,
The
and it's
movie,
been longer for me. So
the movie that's just come out, the Doom
Well,
movie that's just come out.
For
is it
S&G, let's just do 500.
All right.
all right.
Dean Stockwell, rest in peace, and Craig Chen.
What is everyone's going to pass anyway?
All right, that would be, well, we don't know if that's correct or not. So, Steven.
What? Hang on, I'm trying to think of the guy's name in Quantum Leap. What is Al from Quantum Leap?
Well, you see, so while Steven is wrong, that also makes Vile wrong because not everybody passed. So
I will accept that because it was funny.
And so, Indy, all you have to do is pass, and you're automatically going to win this.
Yep.
Pass.
Good choice.
And that would be Dr. Wellington.
Sorry to disappoint Salty.
And so, Steven, Paul Smith / Dave Bautista.
I'm just gonna guess something nonsense. So you mean to guess the character's name from the
Yes.
actor?
Yes.
So I don't know. Who was King somebody or other? I'm guessing a king.
Ken? No, definitely not a Ken.
Ken.
Well, it's not a king. Not a king either.
Yeah, no, definitely not a king. Yeah. Indy, don't you dare try to answer this.
I had no intention of trying to answer. I'm going to pass.
All right, Vile.
Based on Steven's answer, I'm just going to go ahead and try to say something. Who is the Emperor?
Definitely not the Emperor.
Nope.
It was Beast.
Beast.
Beast Robin Harkonnen, or Harkonnen as they say in this new
I've
one.
heard of that name. This latest film isn't streamable anyway. Legally.
One of the things that's kind of funny is I actually have House Harkonnen by Kevin J. Anderson on my shelf, and I've never read it.
Of course, because why would you have? Yeah, but Steven, you can stream the new one on HBO Max.
Unfortunately, we
it
don't
had
get that.
HBO
anymore.
Max.
I was hoping it was on Disney Plus, but I didn't know if it was a Disney movie.
Well, sorry, it's only on HBO Max.
Disney doesn't own everything yet.
Thanks, son.
Not yet.
Give it
So
time.
Dr. Yue, was he the Mentat? Is that correct?
Which one? The Beast?
No, the Dean Stockwell character. Was he the Mentat, the guy who could compute stuff in his head?
No, he was the doctor who betrayed them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there we go. So what started out as a very high-scoring affair turned into a colossal waste of time.
You know what? Those are the best episodes, though. Trust me.
This was like the way to Eden of games. It's like it started out with an interesting idea and then turned into this. Speaking of which, we're going to be watching the
entire Dune category.
We are going to be watching The Way to Eden tonight because it is Star Trek V night.
Woohoo!
Oh boy. The Way to Eden on a night with a migraine.
Ouch.
Sorry to hear about your migraine. So.
Oh man, I tell you, I'm sorry to hear it too. So I only got about 15 minutes before movie night's supposed to start, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Were you raising your hand or something, Indy, or were you just like waving?
No, I'm playing with buttons on my phone.
Okay. But yeah, so movie night's gonna start in about 15 minutes or so. we are going to be watching. It's going to be a crazy night because we're going to be watching The Way to Eden, The Magic of Nagus 2, which is a horrible episode of the animated series, and then of course Star Trek V. And I will tell you, and I have, I've thrown little edits of some of the movies and shows and stuff of stuff that we've done before, where I throw in little jokes like, "Hey, Vulcans are jerks" and stuff like that. I have never edited so much stuff as I have for tonight. And so I will tell you, I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that, the live stream would just be boring and just be me being silent, you guys could just entertain yourselves just watching trust me, it'll be, yeah. There's like every couple of minutes, something crazy happens on screen. So you don't want to miss this one. It's going to be a fun movie night.
All right.
And
I'll try not to miss it.
yes. And of course, there's all those wonderful songs in The Way to Eden.
Oh yeah, those are great.
I mean, there's so many songs in that episode. That episode could genuinely be considered a musical. I did not realize how many musical numbers are in that episode.
So it's even worse than Spock's brain.
Oh, first of all, I don't think Spock's brain is that bad, but this episode is horrible. Oh, I can't stand this episode.
It could have been so much better done.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, it's like, people say, "Oh, Star Trek V, really wasn't that, Kirk got this brilliant idea." And it's like, no, there's nothing original in this episode, in this movie. Star Trek V, Spock has, this half brother that's wants to hijack the Enterprise and go find Eden at the center of the galaxy. Okay. In The Way to Eden, a group of space hippies hijack the Enterprise to take it to Eden, that's just on the other side of the Romulan neutral zone. So instead of crossing the Great Barrier, they cross the Romulan neutral zone. Yeah. But it's the exact same story other than that. And then in and when they go to find God in Eden, God turns out to be an evil alien more akin to the devil. And in The Magic of Nagus 2, they go to the center of the galaxy through the Great Barrier and they find the devil.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing original here. And then of course Kirk saves the devil in The Magic of Nagus 2. I mean, it's just like so horrible. So
I've never seen The Magic of Nagus 2. Doesn't sound like a mismatch at all.
No.
I don't think it's that bad, personally.
But there's dolphins in it, so there's that.
Yeah, of course there are.
Yeah, well,
there's dolphins in every movie.
No, there's dolphins in every episode of the animated series.
That's true too.
Which no. You think I'm kidding? Watch for them. They're out there. I have made sure that there are dolphins in every episode. All right, so guys, have a good one. Live long and prosper, Jolan true, and all that good stuff. Vile, thanks for coming. Indy, Steven, and all the guys that were in round one. As always, sorry I've been a little lower energy, but can't be helped this week. I do feel a whole lot better than I did a couple of days ago. You should have seen me. And so hopefully after tonight, I won't be dead. And hopefully Matthew shows up for movie night. Otherwise, this will be pointless. Anyway, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right.
Later, folks.